Hey there, I'm John from ProCraps. Welcome to our Road to $100,000, the YOLO version, the You Only Live Once strategy. Now, I roll this out every morning live on our Coffee and Craps show over at Casino Gaming TV. It's literally putting every dime I've got on the table for one shot. Can you live, survive, thrive, become a professional gambler with one roll a day with a max bet? Probably not, but we're going to try it anyway, just for fun. What you're about to see here is this morning's live roll, just chopped down into the 2 or 3 minutes that it took me to do it. You want to see it live in action? Head over to Casino Gaming TV, subscribe over there, and watch Coffee and Craps every morning, 8 o'clock Pacific time, and watch me YOLO every single morning. Here's the latest run. Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Craps with John. Oh boy, it's YOLO time, isn't it? Actually, I'm just noticing that my screen is actually wrong. I didn't put yesterday's totals up there. So yesterday we had one. What was yesterday's win? Yesterday's win was another $7,000, so that total's actually $74,000. So my mistake, my not getting that up in time for the show today, but we're going to YOLO today, and I'm honestly a little nervous this morning. Here's what we're going to do. And again, we'll look at our rack. Our YOLO rack is this. We've got our initial 20K. I'm not getting rid of that, right? Remember, the reds represent 5,000 right now because I'm out of other chips. Here's 32,000. We're going to go 32,000 across, like before. Okay, each of these inside numbers, of course, like when you're playing $5 across, when you're playing 5,000 across, they pay 7,000, i.e. $5, and the outsides, of course, will pay 10. Now, what I'm going to do today is double park the inside numbers. I've got enough money in here to double park these numbers. What that's going to look like is this. I'm going to do one of them so you can see how this looks here. So let's take this $5,000. I'm going to break it down like this. I'm going to take this $5,000 for the 8. I'm going to break it down into 4 yellows, $4,000, and 2 purples. And what I'm going to do is ask my dealer to put me on the 8 for $500, which acts like a come bet, just without going through the come. So put me here at 500 and give me 4,500 in odds. You can do this at most casinos. My local casinos will let us do it. We have a $500 minimum here in Washington in most casinos, but we can double park, which means I can be at table max here and table max on a come bet that would have traveled there. And you can essentially get a double bet on the number. Some casinos won't allow that. Some casinos will say it's $500 max, whatever, to a number. My locals have $500 max per bet. So I can do this move here, which is pretty cool. Of course, your flat bet plays 1-to-1. Your odds on the 6 or the 8, those odds back here, 4,500 is going to pay 5,400. So this is $5,900 bet should this win. So it's a way to kind of double dip here. So the 6 will work the same way as the 8. I'll do the 5 and the 9 as well. They're going to be the same essential bet, right? They're going to be, so let me just do one for you so you can see how it looks on the table. Same thing though, we're going to have a $500 flat and 4,500 in odds. The 4,500 in odds on the 5 and 9, those are going to pay $6,750. Should we get a 5 or a 9, those are $6,750. In here, it's $5,400 plus your flat. So that's going to be our double parking lesson for the day. We can do this with a come bet, bypassing the come and put me to a number, and then jack a bunch of odds on it. That's definitely a thing you can do called double parking. We're going to do it today. What it does for me, it gets me lots of extra action on the inside. We get an inside number. We get basically a double hit, which is awesome. However, my rack only has my initial 20,000 plus $22,075. So if we get whacked right here, we're getting freaking whacked. This is like the most nervous I've been because this is going to be an enormous roll for us here if it comes out. But if we end up, not doing so well on this roll, it's going to be a problem. So here we go. That's your put bet lesson for the day. It's called double parking to a number. If you can get it, we're going to go ahead and roll with it. Here we go. The shooter has the dice. Again, we're walking up to our table. Let's assume the point's 10. We don't care what the point is. We just walked up and dropped our profits on some megabucks win or something else on the table. And here we go. Let's see if we can't make this thing happen for ourselves. Here come the dice from the shooter. It is a 4-1-5. Whew. I'm telling you what, man, I'm literally, my hands are sweaty in these morning shows doing this every day. So the 4-1-5 gets paid like this. The 5 in the front, the flat bet, regular old 5, that gets $7,000. Okay, 5,000 pays 7,000. And again, in the back, what we get here on the back, and again, if I do the 5, like the 9, I'll just leave it here so you can see how this pays. The flat bet, of course, gets paid 1-to-1, $500, and those odds, the 4,500 in odds, gets paid $67.50. So 5,000, 6,000, 750. I'll lay that out for you in a second here. There it is. There's $67.50 for those odds. So that's a pretty good win. In total, it's 7,000 plus $67.50. That's $13,000 and $13,550 on the win on the 5 today, thanks to the magic of what's called double parking, which again, not every casino allows. But if your casino does it and you have a tiny minimum like we do here in Washington, you can double park a number and get double the action. You got to be ballsy to do this. It's not the thing I'd recommend you just run out there and do. But in a situation like this where you're crushing it like that, that's what you want to do. So there it is. There's your YOLO for this morning. Let me go ahead and